Hello, friends, and friends who like nail art, and friends who wear nail art, like me. I am welcoming you to another video, and I'm going to say Happy Thanksgiving because it's really close now. Whether you're watching this video now or later, Thanksgiving was around the corner when I finally got to editing this video, and I was really excited about it. I am about to release a whole bunch of Christmas nails as well, but I haven't gotten to editing those yet, but I did make some the other night. Anyway, that's other things. Let's talk about this. So I let these sit for a while before I got to actually creating them, and they are nail polish, so they were thoroughly dry by the time I got there, which means the chrome was not sticking to them. And so what I'm going to do is a nifty little trick that you can also use at the salon or at home if you have let your nails dry a little too long. And that is to put some sticky base coat down on top of your polish and let it dry for a couple of minutes. So I did this with one nail first just to kind of check and see. I'm just popping it in the light to help it dry a little bit. And while I do that, I'm going to cut out my decals. Today's set is a set of decals as opposed to stamps or other things. I got these on Amazon and I wanted to try them. I was watching some videos a while back with Natalie Mudbridge. I'm sorry. I always say her name wrong, so I apologize. But she was showing how to do this transfer with a stamper, and I was really excited about it, so I wanted to try it. So that's what we're going to do. And I loved the way this set came out. This is a very sweet set for any time in the fall. It could be early fall, late fall, Thanksgiving week. I think they're great for all of those things. And what I'm doing right now is burnishing in with a clean, it's important you have a clean, that's just a makeup applicator. I rubbed it in and then I used my finger just to shine it up, and you can see how, if you look right now, how that changes the color tone of this polish. So this is, might be Cozy Up by Creative, I'm not sure. I think it was. I think it was. So I'm going to do that with all the nails. I didn't show it. I took it out because nobody wants to watch me rub nails for 10 minutes. That's not really a thing. But I did do it, I swear, just the same way as I did that first one. Put the sticky top coat on, put it under the light, rubbed them down. I think I do come back on and show you one more nail in a second, but I did edit a lot of that out. While I'm waiting, I just have a cup of water off screen, and I'm using that. So I took the plastic coating off, put the leaves down where I thought I might want to stamp them on, even though it's not quite stamping. See, here I am back to just show you a little bit more. I'm not going to show you all of this. While that's drying, I'm going to go in and dust these nails and rub the chrome in so that it gives it a nice shine. It made a really pretty fiery opal kind of background to these nails, so I do love that. All right, now I'm going to slide those off because it's been a couple of seconds. I'm just going to dab off any excess water because that will keep it from transferring onto the nail. And I also didn't put any top coat on these, so I wanted to make sure it stuck on the chrome. I'm just showing you that I'm also going to be using some watercolors today, something else I've had for months now and haven't had an opportunity to use. So I'm going to be doing that to make a medallion on one of the nails today. Oh, and that's what I'm going to do right now. Sorry, while I'm waiting for those other leaves to dry off a little bit, because apparently they had too much water on them, I am going to outline and then fill in that medallion. So we're going to be doing two things. I'm using the watercolors. I was having a little bit of trouble, and I think it was because of the chrome underneath, getting it to stick on the nail. You can see it kind of keeps trying to pool to the middle. So it takes me a minute to get this as circular as I would like. However, that said, I do like the overall effect of the watercolor. And the reason I say that is because it gives this cool hand-painted look. And since this set is going to be a combination of hand painting and decals, I really enjoyed this, and I think I'll have more opportunities later to work with this. I would have liked to have done some fall leaves with this, with the watercolor, but I didn't get there this year. So hopefully next year I will get there. I did buy those on Amazon as well because I just wanted to try them. It was something I had seen and I was like, ooh, this could be neat. Could be a fun new explore. And then I never got there. I got them in the spring and then I never got there. So hey, I'm getting there in the fall. So I did just apply 2 of those decals to one of the nails. Now I'm going to put some more decals down. I'm going to take a lot of those things out as well because it takes a few seconds in between each to wait for the paper backing to let go and release. So I don't spend a lot of time having you watch that because, again, it's like watching paint on a wall dry. Nobody wants to see that. Right now, I am going in with some Maniology stamping paint, and I'm in a deeper red color, and it's kind of a wine color. I don't know exactly which color it is. I apologize. And I'm just creating some like doily effect on the edge. So it kind of reminds me of like those fancy plates that you see hanging on walls sometimes, or, you know, like a doily with design on it, that kind of thing. I liked the overall effect as, you know, how it all came out. I actually want to do something with this in the winter time with snow globes. I think this could be a really cool effect for snow globes, but we'll see. We'll get to that later. I have so many ideas and just not enough time. I don't have enough time. There you go. I don't know what that said. It was really fast. I have to slow it down and put it in the description for you. So I'm going to do the same thing again. I was waiting for some more decals to come off, and now I'm just putting them on with the stamper. Sometimes when you're working with the stamper, if there's too much water or not, it's been sitting for too long, it'll give you a little bit of a hard time transferring. I will show you a trick to fix that in the video. I did leave that part in because I wanted you to be able to see it. If it's too wet, it won't transfer because it just kind of slides around on the nail. If it's too dry, it won't transfer because it gets kind of stuck to the stamper itself. So sometimes you got to do the wiggle and shake to get it to come off. Wiggle and shake, do 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 do. Okay, sorry, I'm singing. I'll stop singing now. I apologize if I sound funny today. I've been sick. Oh, I feel like all fall I've been sick, but I've been sick. So my voice is a little weird. I'm a little stuffed up. I probably sound a little nasally. But I hope you are all doing well, unlike me. And you're not sick. And you're enjoying your fall. And you're going to have fun at Thanksgiving and watch the parade. And eat lots of turkey and other things. If you like to eat other things besides turkey. Turkey's not my most favorite, but that's okay. All right, back to our nails. I digress. You can see I'm struggling a little bit with that one. It didn't want to come off. I am using my, it's just a piece of paper towel I have down today to try to keep my workspace a little neater because I'm a hot mess. And I'm just using that to just dab off any excess water before I touch it onto the nail. See? There you go. Get it wet, dab it off, let it sit. In a couple seconds, it will slide off. So far, this is where we are at. Very pretty. These came out so beautiful. For not having a lot of bling, they gave a lot of bling, if that makes sense. All right, so there's my other leaf, and I'm going to stamp that on there. The biggest thing with these in the salon is that you really got to kind of figure out what you want to do ahead of your client coming in, because it does take not a ton of time, but it does take a little time to get all these decals off. The cool thing about doing them on a stamper, though, is that you can see, like right now, I'm going to do some more art while that's sitting for a minute. So you can, you know, kind of combine if you're doing a hand painting at the same time. We are going to be doing a pumpkin. This is the pumpkin of the year, I swear. I don't know why, but I see them everywhere. In paintings, in home decor, in nail art. It's this kind of, how do I want to say that? A fatty pumpkin. I can say that because I'm not a thin girl. It's a fatty pumpkin. It's a lot of fun. I'm going to layer this up. And the reason I'm going to do that, you're going to see I'm going to use I used some bronze. Now I'm going to use some gold kind of to wash over the top of that. And then I'm going to be using some deep burgundy and bright metallic orange. And the reason why I'm layering it like this is so that I can mix paints together, and I'm doing that right on the nail so that it blends. So I'm blending it out while I'm working. And part of the reason for that is that I want to create a dimensional effect. And in order to create this roundness, because these are fatty round pumpkins, you need to have highlights and lowlights. If you don't have highlights and lowlights, it'll just look like you painted a blob. I kid you not. Try it. It's ridiculous. I'm going to stamp those other ones. If you're doing this like I'm doing, just be really careful because that pumpkin's super wet. So had I hit that pumpkin, I would have been in trouble. But fortunately, I am not in trouble because I didn't hit the pumpkin. I'm doing the wiggle and shake again. See? Wiggle, shake, wiggle, shake. Here it comes. This is the one that I said I left for too long and it got stuck to the stamper. So here's what you do. Take a little base coat, give it a little swipe, slap it on the nail. Watch. It's amazing. It's a good little trick. You do not have to start over again. You just bonk. There it goes. It's beautiful. Okay, back to our pumpkin. So I got my leaves up there. Now I'm going to finish with my pumpkin. I'm going to go in and color. It looks like I'm coloring the whole thing. Unfortunately, my camera didn't pick up the subtleties as well as I would have liked. You can see it in the photo, though. If you look at the photo, you can see the the different shades that kind of shine through on the pumpkin. So now I'm going to go in and add my lines, and then I will end up blending those out by adding a little more orange. I kind of go back and forth. And then there's one spot where I hit too thick a line, and I didn't like where the line was sitting, so I went back and took that out. There we go. This is that darker color I was telling you about that we were going to add in. So with the pumpkin, you just want to make sure that your when you put your lines in, that they have kind of a half moon or a crescent shape to them, because if they don't, then you won't show that roundness of the pumpkin. It'll just look kind of 2D instead of 3D. Well, I guess it's 2D anyway, right? You know what I mean. Just don't pick on me too much for this one, guys. I'm not feeling my fabulous self. That's the spot where I told you I was like, I don't like that line. I don't like where it ended up. So I'm just going to go back over it. The lovely thing of doing hand painting is that it doesn't A, have to be perfect, but also B, it allows you to just repaint over it. This is on a polish set too, just so you know. You could absolutely do this on a gel set. I just happen to have a polish set. That's what I was working on. I felt like I hadn't done a polish set in a while, so. The last thing I'm going to do is use this fabulous green color that I just got from Maniology. It's beautiful. It's kind of actually a tealy color. Oh, wait, no, I'm going to finish lining that first. Aha, I lied. But anyway, I am going to pull out this tealy green color in a second, which is metallic and is absolutely gorgeous. And I just got it from Maniology recently, and I don't remember the name of it. I don't know if I show it on the video or not. But we are going to be doing the stem and the leaves in that color. And that'll just kind of tie everything, all the colors in together that I'm using in this set, because there is a lot of color in this set, even though it's on a neutral background. To do the stem, the big thing you have to remember is to kind of go at an angle. It's like a little upside down triangle, if that makes sense. So you make a little triangle that's very skinny on the bottom and wider at the top, and that gives you a perfect little shape, just like that. There you go. And then if you look at a pumpkin leaf, it's kind of squirrely, so, and has a lot of points on it, so we're going to do that as well. And I am adding some little vines. The big thing with vines is to use C shapes when you do that. So instead of trying to make the whole swirl or pigtail, you want to make little C shapes that connect. And that way you're not forcing the brush in a direction that it doesn't want to go, which usually ends up with a blob. And then, you know, we're angry because we've done all that work. And just like that, we have a pumpkin and it's done. Da da da. So that is all 5 nails done. I am going to go in with, this is a Kira Sky color. It's from last Christmas. Don't ask me the name of it. I don't know. And I'm going to dry brush. So when you dry brush glitter on in a polish, you're taking most of the product off the brush. You're going to see me wipe it off really well. And that way you're just adding little bits. So you can see I'm just going to add little bits around the edge. And I'm going to do that to all 5 nails. And then I'm going to top coat. But again, I'm not going to show you all of those steps because I think everybody knows how to brush on a little bit of glitter and top coat. But that is what I did to finish those nails off because I felt like they just needed a little something. You know, I can't get away without some glitter. Yes. Must have glitter. And there you go. That is all 5 nails done. I'm going to show them all to you in a second. I was really happy overall with the way those came out. Like I said, really liked the chrome in the background or glazed donut, whatever you want to call that look. And there's our pumpkin. And it says fall in love in case you can't read it. I love that it also had a little bit of purple and a little pink in there. It's just a really fun set. So anyway, happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy this if you're doing it in the fall or next fall, and I will see you in the next video. Have a great night.